Oh, because I'm fat, because I'm gaining weight, because I like to eat. But the next question is, you need to go next. Why do you like to eat that much? Why do you eat so much ice cream in the evening? Is it like you use it as a comfort food? Is it that you feel like a little bit depressed, and because you are depressed, you go and eat more? You need to go attack the root of the problem. Check it out. Today we're gonna be talking about reinventing ourselves. You know, the word reinventing is powerful because we can reinvent ourselves in different ways. We can reinvent physically, in our business, financially, our marriage. We can reinvent in many different areas. And for myself, I had to reinvent. Every time that you want to go to a next level, we have to reinvent. When I was broke, you know, I'm an immigrant from El Salvador, coming to the US, didn't know the language, didn't know the culture, didn't know what I was doing in here. I had to reinvent myself. Nobody in my family has ever owned a business. And all of a sudden, I'm running a company, running a business, and I have this mindset of being an employee, or maybe you need to reinvent yourself, because the other part, myself, I grew up poor. You know, there is people who are poor and there is people who is broke. Poor means you have a poor mindset. Broke means you're just going through financial issues. You know, I was both. I was poor and I was broke. From going there to being able to get ahead in life and becoming financially independent, you know, all that kind of stuff. We need to be able to reinvent yourself. Might be physically, I used to be 40 pounds heavier. I had to lose weight. I had to eat less. You know, when I less soda, beer, fried food, junk food. I had to, because I was getting heavier. And that was in my late 20s, early 30s, that I had to make a change in my life. But anyway, this is a book, by the way, I read a long time ago, Reinventing Yourself, How to Become the Person You Always Wanted, by Steve Chandler. Because all the time we need to keep reinventing. All the time we need to keep changing. But anyway, and here are my 5 points that I get, not only from the book, but from things that I've done with myself in order to reinvent myself. Point number 1, you can't reinvent yourself being a victim. You can't. You won't be able to reinvent yourself if you feel victim. Our society, if you look at it, they're trying always to make you a victim. Oh my gosh, you're a victim. You're this, you're that, you're that. And the problem when you feel victim is that you feel helpless. When we're helpless, we cannot change. Imagine this. Let's just say I want to lose weight. And I say, oh my gosh, I'm not losing weight because I have thick bones. Or I'm overweight because my family is overweight. So, and I'm a victim of that. Because I felt victim, I'm not going to want to make changes. Or if I feel, you know what, I'm poor because this, or because of the society make me poor, or because everybody in my family, we always been poor and I'm being a victim of my life. If I feel victim, I won't be able to change in any way. You need to try, you need to expect, you need to force yourself, maybe force yourself to stop being a victim. You might not want to hear that. Anyway, let me give you this one story about becoming a victim. So when I started the business, I had a thick accent. I still have a thick accent, by the way. If you know me, I speak very good Spanish, and my English, I'm still working on my English, okay? So when I started in the business, I go and talk to this person. I was supposed to speak with 2 major leaders in this organization, right? So I go and talk to the first one, and I said, hey, how am I gonna do this business if I don't speak English? I don't understand. What am I gonna do? And one particular guy says this, well, guess what? You don't have to learn English. You go and try to only do clients in Spanish. Okay, that was one answer. Then I went and talked to this other guy. And I say, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm not becoming successful because my English sucks. This other guy says, so why don't you learn? Why don't you learn English? And I'm like, so that means that I have to read? That means that I have to take classes? That means that I have to learn that new vocabulary? But I'm 25 years old. How am I going to do? Well, guess what? You need to learn which one of those 2 things will benefit more in the future. If I only have a market in Spanish, or if I have both markets. If I feel a victim, I will have never reinvent myself. So guess what? I'm glad that the other person was able to push me. You know what? No, go learn something new. Point number 2. The change to reinvent yourself is not external. It starts internal. In order to reinvent yourself, you need to start internally. Something is that you need to change internally. And it's most of us, we want to change surface. Here's what I mean by that. Let's just say, I wanted to lose some weight, by the way, and I was 40 pounds heavier, okay? So I wanted to lose weight. For me, I was just, why am I fat? Oh, because I'm fat, because I'm gaining weight, because I like to eat. But the next question is, you need to go next. Why do you like to eat that much? Why do you eat so much ice cream in the evening? Is it like you use it as a comfort food? Is it that you feel like a little bit depressed, and because you're depressed, you go and eat more? You need to go attack the root of the problem. The problem is not you're eating that much. The problem is you're feeling a little bit sad or depressed. That was the issue. Or maybe, because you're just eating because you're watching TV. I remember I used to go watch TV and I used to get these big, I used to do popcorn and chips, and I used to put a lot of queso, a lot of cheese, and a lot of meat over there, and all of a sudden I was these big bowls, and all of a sudden I will eat like 2,000 calories, 1,500 calories with the ice cream and everything, just watching the movie. So guess what? It was not the food. It was like, why am I watching the movie and eating? You know what? I need to change this. And you start going through the roots of your problem, and that is internal. For example, I was speaking with another guy, and he says, why you don't prospect? In our business, you need to prospect. You need to talk to people. Why you don't prospect? Oh, because I don't know the scripts. Okay, great. And what else? Why you don't like to prospect? And I started going deep. And I says, listen, man, the issue that you have, you don't like to be rejected. So let's process that better. Why you don't like to be rejected? When somebody says no to you, what does it mean to you when somebody says no to you? What does it mean? Maybe it means that you don't feel liked. You want to be liked. You feel like everybody has to say yes to you. Maybe you grew up in a family where everybody used to say yes to you, and then you get into sales, and then people say no to you. So you feel like you're not worth it because somebody said no to you. Try to go to the root of your problem, to reinvent yourself. It cannot be surface. You have to go to the root. That is difficult. You need to ask 2 to 3, 4 questions deep. Why? Why you're doing something? Most people only do one why. They say, why are you doing this? Why? Oh, because of this. No, you don't go. Another why. And why? Why you do the other one? Major. And I can give you more examples of going deep internally, but just ask 4 to 5 times why you do something. I promise it's valuable. Point number 3. Don't look for perfection. Look for progress. Don't look for perfection. In reinventing yourself, don't try to be perfect tomorrow. If you want to lose weight, don't expect to have the 6-pack tomorrow. No, look for progress. You lose 5 pounds. You want to run your own company and you want to become a millionaire. Don't want to become a millionaire. Just progress. Did you improve a little bit today than what you were doing yesterday? Do you increase, let's just say you have 10 more clients if you needed to get more 10 clients. Look for progress. Progress is more beneficial. Progress is better than just look for perfection in the end result. Look for progress. Am I getting better? Am I improving? Reinventing yourself. Number 4, you need to know when you're trying to reinvent yourself, it will be uncomfortable at the beginning. Everything we want to do for the first time is uncomfortable. Everything. If you want to start reading, I promise you, it's uncomfortable. If you want to start going to the gym, even finding parking to go to the gym at the beginning because you want to start exercising, it's uncomfortable. Have you ever gone to the gym for the first time? It's like it's awkward. Where do I go? You think that everybody's friends within each other. You're not friends with anybody. You know what I'm talking about? Even going to a party because you want to meet new people is uncomfortable. Even if you want to prospect, the first time you talk to a stranger, it's uncomfortable. Everything we do for the first time. Everything. If you're running a company and the first time a client says no to you, they feel uncomfortable. You need to know that everything, the reinventing process of yourself is naturally uncomfortable and it's part of the game, and you need to know it. When you go to a gym for the first time, it's gonna hurt at the beginning. Yes, the muscles hurt. Yes, if you want to lose weight, yes, you're gonna be a little bit hungry. Don't believe all these gurus that tell you you're never gonna be hungry. Yes, you're gonna be hungry, brother. Yes, a little bit, but you're gonna be hungry. Okay, if you're in caloric deficit, you're gonna be a little bit hungry. Okay, I had a friend, her name is Blanca, and she says, Rodolfo, when are you gonna start doing juicing? And I'm like, I done it in the past. It hurts. Okay, I know it's not easy. I've been hungry trying to do juicing, but I know it's helpful. It's good for the body, the digestive system, and the skin and everything. I know that it's great, but it's uncomfortable. Every time we do something and we want to change something, it's uncomfortable. And the last point I have for you, see yourself as your future self. To motivate yourself, to reinvent yourself, try to see yourself as the person that you're gonna be in the future when you reinvent yourself. Try to see yourself as that person. Not perfect, but look already. For example, if you are not financially free yet, or you're going through some issues financially, you need to start looking at you as a person that has abundance, as a person of success. You know, over here in the office, I always tell people here, act as if you were the owner of the building. Act if you were already making millions of dollars. Act already. You know, this is not fake until you make it. I'm not a big fan of faking until you make it, because eventually you need to stop faking it and you need to make it. You know what I mean? But you need to start seeing yourself. If the way that you see yourself, it matters. You know, somebody says, there is a saying, things change when you start looking at, when you change the way that you see things. Everything changes the way when you start looking at the things different. You need to start looking at yourself as, man, I'm a valuable person. I'm abundant. I'm a successful business owner. I'm a healthy person. I am. Be careful when you put after the words I am. Be careful when you tie to those two words, because believe it or not, they're extremely, extremely powerful. So start seeing yourself. That's my last point, because I promise you, reinventing yourself has to do with the way that you see yourself, your self-image, the way that you start looking at yourself. So with that being said, those are the 5 points that I got from this book and the things that I recommend for people to start reinventing yourself. If you want to start changing something in your life, you want to start reinventing yourself, go through the 5 points that says, yes, I'm doing this one. Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I need to look for this one. Yes, I'm going to pay attention more for this one. If you like to hear more about the stuff like this, or the books that I have read, or the books that I'm reading, don't forget to post over here in the comments what is it that you like to hear, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.